Well, good morning. Well, the river gauge is crested. It crested about 8.44. This morning when I looked, it was 8.39, so it's going back down. And I should be out today. When I was walking on the treadmill, I couldn't help but notice it's a lovely day out. The sun is shining. The grass is green, the birds are chirping, the days are longer, and I'm thinking just like that, it's going to be dark at 4:30, snow flying, cold. So definitely going to be thankful for today. It seems to be a pretty nice one out there, but I'm going to read 3 verses from 2 Corinthians chapter 4 this morning. We've all heard the term out of sight, out of mind. Keep that in mind. So we do not lose heart, though our outer self is wasting away. Our inner self is being renewed day by day. For this light momentary affliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison. As we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. The things that are seen, such as this nice day, and the things that are not quite so pleasant, like the snow flying. But I was just kind of pondering our human sight as I read that. And I used the analogy the other day of the infinite rope and our existence. You could compare to an inch of that rope. That's how short it is compared to the infinity of the rope. And I think, in my opinion, our sight is limited in a way, maybe not quite that much, but pretty close probably. For instance, if you just added microscopic sight and telescopic sight to our current sight, and sight is a chemical process just like hearing and smell and everything else. But if you just added those two things, how that would exponentially increase what we experience as sight. And then if you added to that sight of the heavenly realms, the spiritual realms, then we're talking major, because all of the things that are around us that we can't see are there. I mean, just as if I had microscopic sight, I could see the monsters that are living in my skin right now. They look like monsters. They eat our dead cells. They're in our sheets. But okay, and then I dovetailed that thought to, I get at least 6 spam calls a day on my phone, trying to steal my identity, trying to gather information. Well, that first original spam artist, commonly known as Lucifer, the devil, that's not what his scriptural name was from the start. He, if I'm not mistaken, he was a seraphim. That's, I think, one of the highest angelic beings that were created by God. And I believe his original translation, whatever that is, Nashish, I believe was Shining One, the Shining One. And how he became that scam artist, I think it's in Job. He had a problem with pride. And I think he was talking about how I will I will do this. I will put myself on the most high throne. I will. And he obviously was cast out of heaven and down here on earth, and he's that scam artist that we all have to deal with. And he's not just trying to steal our money and our identity, but he's trying to steal our soul. And I don't know if you compared that to the scams that I get on my phone, how many I get throughout the day, but the number's pretty high because I'm still in this fallen nature that's in this tent of flesh that is it constantly has to be fed. It has to be fed, and it's just after the fall, the sin nature is a reality. I mean, it's a reality, and God in His love did what He did on the cross to reconcile us to what was lost, and by that shining one that spammed us and scammed us. So, my point is, don't live your life in the out of sight, out of mind, because if you are, you're getting scammed. And if you do not accept that reconciliation, why do I always have a problem with that word? Christ on the cross. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish and not be scammed, but have everlasting life. So, ponder the things that are unseen today. Ask God to reveal those things. Talk to Him. When you feel like you're being scammed, flee the scammer. Block his calls. And like I always know when I'm getting one, because it's 833-844-855, 866, 877, and all those, I know them. I know them now. So it's not so easy with that shining one at times. He's pretty cunning. Alrighty, I hope this video finds you all well, and hope to see you on the river. And God bless.